Hello, everybody. My name is Baudouin Saint-Yves. So I'm a physicist and an artist, currently at the University of Chicago in the physics department and at Mana Contemporary, also in Chicago. And today I'm going to talk about Shapes of Emergence, a live performance that I'm working on and which consists in basically I film physics experiments that are very visual, and I project them on a screen, and I develop narrative along with visual narrative by intervening during the experiment, along with experimental sound artist. So here in this picture, it's a performance that I did at Juby Art Center a few months ago, and you see that I'm literally bringing the experiment on stage. So, and I'm literally manipulating like pipettes, and it's really experiments. There is nothing digital here. So as a physicist and as an artist, I have always been very interested in the emergence of shapes as a natural form and as a creative form. And I'm very interested in exploring this space in between. So somewhat welcoming natural processes in my art. So if an art piece is a succession of decision, I make decision, but on the basis of some natural process that I don't try to control at every step. So it's not really an iterative art form. It's more, I would say, a reactive art form. But because there is this process of taking decision and trying to go somewhere and to develop a narrative, I consider that as an art form. This is a picture from my scientific research, and here I want to show you how visual is my scientific work, and also how it interacts with my art interest. Here it's an hydrogel that is drying between two glass plates. And it's a top view. It's with a microscope. I don't have time to tell you more in detail about that, but so it's a work that I did during my postdoc. And to give you an idea of my approach as a scientist, I isolate ingredients that are present in nature and that are responsible for shapes, or that I think are responsible for shapes emergence. I isolate them, bring them in the lab, build an experiment, control some initial condition, and then observe these pattern formation and study them, try to understand their behavior and where they come from. And so it's another image of the same kind of experiments in another regime. So it's very. I definitely have an aesthetic interest in that work, and now I'm going to show you some excerpt of performance that I did in the lab. So now we are jumping on the art side, and so I was not. So the idea is like in this kind of processes, it's not the idea in the art side is not just to control the initial condition, but it's to be able to intervene during the process. And so here in this experiment, it was not really possible, also because there are very long experiments, and I'm constrained by time because it has to be live. So interesting thing has to happen in real time. And so what you're going to see now is for the art form is a droplet that is vibrating on a speaker. So it's going to be 3 minutes. What you've just seen is a droplet that is vibrating on a speaker, and on the speaker I have like this plate, and there is a coating that makes the droplet like very round, a bit like on the Lotus leaf. And basically, when you control this oscillation, in some regime, not all of them, so in most of the time you just have a circular droplet that deform, but in some regime that the parameters are going to be the amplitude of the frequency and the frequency. In this regime, you can see that there is the forcing is vertical, but then there is the emergence of an horizontal vibration that give rise to all these patterns that you've seen in the video. So for this range of frequency and amplitude specifically, I can get the triangle, for example. But if you look now at this droplet vibrating just with an iPhone, this is typically what you see. So this is very far from what you've seen. And in order to create such aesthetic, such images, I mean, I built basically a setup, and I'm going to tell you just very few words on that. So this is a picture of my lab setting, and maybe the picture of the show setting is a bit more clear. But here, just to give you a quick overview of what's happening here. So I built this stage in order to do traveling motion. You've seen in the video some traveling motion, like in cinema, basically. This is very important to give this aesthetic. You see here my syringes and my dyes that I'm using to create the droplets. The speaker is controlled by the synthesizer here. The synthesizer is also triggering a light that is strobing. So the frequencies are locked together, and I can eventually change them a little bit so that I can create this smooth motion. And the camera also receives some signal from the light, such that I take an image at the same time that I take that the light turn on. So the camera is very special. You could not do that with a commercial camera because the frame rate is changing all the time in live. Okay, so I don't have much detail to go through that. I just wanted to show you another experiment that I'm doing with soap films. Here there is also some sound. Yeah. So I don't have much time to go much in details, but so I just wanted to show you a little bit like the other experiments that I'm developing for this performance. So the soap films is something that I've developed recently, and the idea is to stabilize these films to give this planetary kind of aesthetic. And I'm also working on levitation. So I built this setup that and I can make little object levitating. And here, basically, if you put objects that are asymmetrical, you can get this vibration that give a three-dimensional illusion. People are actually using ultrasound levitation now to try to develop new technology for 3D displaying. And so this is the kind of image that I have for the performance. And just to conclude, really the vision that I have for this thing, so it's kind of like, it's still a work in progress. The vision that I have for this project is to build what I called an immersive microscope. So why an immersive microscope? So a microscope used by a scientist basically consists in a tool that allow you to look at very small objects, and you look in the eyepiece to take pictures or eventually observe what's going on, like, and make your analysis. Here, the idea is to look at small objects and then project them in a space. So it's really the ability to use small objects, small physical, small dynamical objects, and to use them as an art form for performance. And so this immersive microscope is making these very small objects immersive to the people that are involved in this project. So yeah, to conclude, and then I'll take your question.
This is Dorothy from Dordogne, France. So I just had a quick question. It looks like, I mean, it's fascinating work. It's really, it's super interesting. So is your art then all performance, or do you then photograph it? And I mean, like, we're seeing it and then that can be exhibited?
So yeah, that's a good point. Initially, I really wanted to focus on performance. I mean, this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm definitely focusing on performance in the sense that everything is thought such that in all the engineering that I'm developing also, it's thought to be done live. And one of my dreams would be also to start to collaborate maybe with dancers and to start to make something a bit interactive. But recently I started to work more on video. I mean, like, if I can do it in performance, I can do it in video. So for example, the soap film, it's something that I developed recently. There is no more performance that are scheduled because of the situation. And so I eventually started to work more on video, and I think it's something that I also want to develop. But I mean, in general, if I can, I would prefer to show this in live, because there is this idea of temporality that is very important in this art form. This idea of intervening within a natural process that I think is way more striking if you do that live than if it's recorded. But yeah, to answer your question in a shorter way, yeah, I'm interested in doing video. I started to do video, not much photography, but video definitely. Not much photography because I don't have a very good resolution with this camera, so it's more suitable for video. And yeah, eventually I would be very interested to do video exhibition and things like this. But, yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye.